Oh, hi there! Mr. Q here, and I'd like to welcome you all to the wonderful world of DevSecOps. This video was created to ensure you and everyone else in ITG has the same understanding of DevSecOps at Capital Group, regardless of your role or experience. It is my hope that at the end of this video series, you will have built a foundational understanding and appreciation for the value of the DevSecOps framework, its required mindset, the tools of today, and how it will benefit you, your team, ITG, and Capital Group as a whole. Now, you might be thinking, but I already know about DevSecOps, and that's okay. A refresher could still be beneficial to you. Before we explore DevSecOps, it is important to know why it came to existence in the first place. So let's take a quick history lesson and revisit the traditional IT landscape. In traditional software development organizations, each role would have their own and different focus. For example, Johnny on the left is a developer working on a new product feature. Mindy on the right is an operations engineer. When Johnny has completed his new feature, he tosses over the wall to Mindy, whose job is to ensure that Johnny's feature works in the organization's existing environments. While Mindy works on releasing the feature, Johnny moves on to the next. Cool, seems like an easy process. What could possibly go wrong? As we keep watching, soon we will see that Johnny is off and running, completing new features left and right. Well, let's see what happens when Johnny's feature doesn't play well with the existing environments. And even though he's tested the code on his end, do the features work in production? And how does this impact Mindy? She's so behind because now she has to fix Johnny's code to ensure it works in our live environment. All the while, Johnny's features continue to pile up on Mindy's side of the wall. Why is this happening? The proverbial wall is preventing Johnny and Mindy from communicating and collaborating. Remember that in the traditional IT model, developers and engineers typically work in silos, receive the work to be done, complete the work, and then move on to the next. With Mindy's backlog of work, do you think she's able to get these features released to the customers on time? Perhaps, but how is the quality of the feature? Was it fully tested? Is this a process issue? Yes. Is this a headcount issue? Could be. Is this an organizational culture issue? Absolutely. Too often, IT organizations don't recognize that in order to drastically improve or change their existing way of working requires a change within the organization's culture. And change is very hard, especially when an organization's way of working has been the same for 10, 20, or 30 plus years. However, the type of change we're talking about is a change in how we communicate and collaborate with each other, both of which are part of the Capital Group DNA. Looking at Johnny and Mindy as an example, we changed how they communicate and collaborate together by bringing Mindy in at the start of the project instead of at the very end. But here's the deal. By simply creating a co-located space for teams does not change a culture, and cultures do not change overnight. However, we can start by mentally embracing the concepts of working together, collaborating together from start to finish, accepting the notion that it's okay to fail, and to fail early in the development process, and to adopt a mindset of continuous improvement. Okay, so how did DevOps come into existence in the first place? Let's take a trip down memory lane to find out. Once upon a time, not that long ago, in 2008, two developers at an Agile conference met for the first time and shared their grievances over the inefficiencies of the waterfall method, slow releases, and massive backlogs of work. Then in 2009, after watching a presentation on Dev and Ops at Flickr, they were so inspired that they went on to expand on the Flickr model, and today we have DevOps. DevOps simply refers to the union of developers and operations during project and development work. Rather than working in silos, DevOps teams work together as a team from the start of the project. By bringing developers and operations engineers together, we will see stronger communication and collaboration between the two, faster release times, and a significant reduction in backlog items. Johnny and Mindy recently adopted a DevOps way of working. Let's visit them again and see how it's working out for them. Wow, would you look at that? Since they've been working together on a DevOps team, they seem to be much more efficient. Johnny and Mindy are no longer separated by their silos, and not only are they working together, they are working together within a larger, cohesive team. They have open lines of communication, they support each other by sharing the backlog and workload, and they seem to be releasing their products to their customers much faster. So is it that easy to simply put developers and operations engineers together? Well, no. Simply putting developers and engineers together doesn't solve the problems alone. There are ways in which they must work together, adopt the right tools, and most importantly, adopt a DevOps mindset. Johnny and Mindy's new DevOps teams are working so well and efficiently together, but it's not simply because they sit next to one another or have a new suite of tools. Each member of the team has adopted the same DevOps mindset, allowing the team to flourish. Okay, one last notion around adopting a new mindset. We've been talking about DevOps, but the title of this video is DevSecOps. So what's going on? Well, here at Capital Group, our mission is to improve people's lives through successful investing. In order to achieve this mission, security is always top of mind, and we believe that it should be everyone's responsibility. DevSecOps is the exact same framework and model as DevOps, but with the inclusion of security. Just like we saw operations brought into the process at the very beginning, security is also brought in at the start. So DevSecOps teams are always thinking about security and adding its appropriate elements into the product and features throughout the development process, not at the very end. In the next video, we will explore more about the DevSecOps mindset, tools, and how Capital Group looks to adopt this framework.